Hey, today I'll be talking about episodes 6 through 8 of The Double. We open on a deeply uncomfortable dinner between Shun and his replacement bride. Shun is in charge of this year's school exams. They serve as a way to foster competitive spirit and pick out the teens who may serve as valuable subjects in the future. Princess Wanning thinks it would be fun to have the girls and boys compete together in teams this year. He explains that this would be a horrible idea. It sets the stage for collusion and is not in the spirit of simply finding the most gifted individuals. It gives the wealthy families an opportunity to partner up their privileged kids and give themselves even more of an advantage, pushing out kids who may be the only prodigy from their small town, or even kids who just don't have a ton of friends. Shun himself grew up really poor and has been working really hard to even the playing field for underprivileged students, and yeah, it's just not in line with the work he hopes to do.
还真是个白衣无尘的少官人，我不喜欢你这样一本正经的跟我说话。跪下，
殿下。
跪下。
Yikes, so this is what their relationship is like, huh?
我就喜欢看着你对着我隐忍难言的样子。
Miserable. Since he won't come around, she decides to go directly to her brother, interrupting a meeting Shun was having with His Majesty. It turns out that even the Emperor can't say no to her,
and we find out it's because when she was younger, she was sent away as a hostage to quell an uprising.
你今日稳坐地位靠的不是我吗？
The Emperor agrees to her idea. News gets out and everyone is interested in this new testing style. This includes Lee, who is desperate to finally shake off this reputation of being an uneducated bumpkin. First step is to get herself enrolled at school. Knowing there will be pushback from her stepmom, Lee first enlists the help of Grandma Jiang, telling her she wants to make up for her shortcomings and bring pride to the Jiang family. She asks for support in convincing her father to enroll her at Mingyi Tang, the best women's school in the nation. Ji, of course, pipes up that without a formal education, she might not be able to keep up, and suggests they hire a tutor to make sure she really will be able to cut it there. And of course, she already has one in mind. At her suggestion, Jiang asks Shun if he would be willing to come by and have a look. No, Ji does not suspect her real identity. She just thinks Shun will be easy to manipulate. As soon as he arrives, he is presented with a plate full of silver. At this moment, I thought, oh, it's crazy that she wouldn't take 5 minutes to look into his public reputation because there's no way this guy has been anything but lily white over these last few years. He's an altar boy, you know, aside from that one wife he killed. But it turns out I underestimated her. She sets out the money and then asks for him to please let Lee pass the exam, knowing that with his strong moral character and impoverished upbringing, this will only make him grade her all the more harshly. Very smart move, the only hiccup here being that they are also husband and wife, but you know, no way she could have known that. They greet each other with the expected formalities, except they are both crying, and using doublespeak that still technically keeps her in character, Lee tells him that she has moved on and asks that he not let their past affect his actions going forward.
青城山10年，我孤身一人活了广，如今我也只想倚仗我自己，所以还望沈学士莫要徇私情。
After checking her exam, at first he thinks to tell her father that she is not ready, but then he changes his mind. He tells him that Jiang Li is a strong and determined girl and that he is sure she will rise to any challenges faced at school. On the brink of losing his mind, he then goes out in the rain and straight to the grave where he buried his wife. He digs deep into the ground to find a body inside. Xue Li was smart enough to plan ahead and actually put Jiang Li in her clothes and buried her in her stead. Okay, well, now I feel like an idiot for all the praises earlier. Are we really saying that he believes she isn't Xue Li? That he's come here to assure himself that her body is still here? How is this even a question? The next day, Li is picked up to go to school with her sisters. Like petty teens, they put their instrument on the seat so she can't sit next to them. Wait, what am I saying? They are petty teenagers. She heads in with Jing Rui, who gives her the lay of the land. With the rule changes to this year's exams, as expected, the richest and most powerful families have built themselves up ironclad teams. The winning team gets an audience with the Emperor on top of, you know, all the prestige of winning this big competition. Her new sisters go to the school, of course, but Lee also runs into her ex-sister-in-law, still clearly terrified of how similar she looks to Xue Li. Also, I'm just now realizing I made a mistake by calling these three a mystery family. This is Chancellor Li. I just did not recognize him. My bad. He's always at court, always opposing Jiang, and now we know he was behind the salt smuggling thing, even as he was pretending to be investigating. He's also tasked his boys with finding a way to get to the Ye family fortune. Duke Su already seems to have his suspicions about Chancellor Li, and by extension, his sons. So here they are at school, and here is the person they're trying to get to, Ye Shijie. He is apparently one of the brightest kids at school, but he doesn't talk to anyone. The Li family have pinpointed him as the easiest starting point for taking over the whole family. A final introduction is Liu Shu, who is Madame Liu's daughter. Hard-headed, good at sports, and doesn't really like Li, though for Li it's love at first sight. Must be refreshing to have someone not being fake all the time. Also, she owes her mom a lot. So step 2 for Li is going to be figuring out how to either join or put together a team that can do well at the competition. And an opportunity is presented in a confrontation between Shijie and this girl. She claims he ruined a priceless painting of hers and needs to compensate her with 3,000 gold. But when he refuses, saying she's extorting him, she has her friends grab him so they can take him to the police. Oh yeah, Duke Su's here too. Li asks to see the painting and with just a quick once-over is able to tell her it's a fake based on the quality of the fabric and the type of seal used. Clearly not having embarrassed herself enough, the girl says it might not be genuine, but it had sentimental value. She's willing to go down to a measly 5 gold and then she'll let this go. Now that he knows it really was a trick, Shijie now wants to escalate things and take her to the police, but Li steps in and smooths things out as a misunderstanding. She even offers to pay the girl out of her own pocket. This girl's skin isn't that thick at least, and she doesn't accept the money, storming off with her friends.